Hello everyone, my name's Jason. Welcome to another episode of Redfish Bluefish, which can only mean it's Friday night, and thank goodness we made it through another week. I've had a crazy one. If your week's been anything like mine, you have had one too. So, before we get started with the show, I have a confession to make. We will be unable to do the top 10 early bird this time. Yes, I know. Probably a lot of people are disappointed. I was having some serious camera and audio technical difficulties for about the last hour, and luckily we got them sorted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right in from, I would guess maybe 25 minutes before the live stream, what I can see, and we're going to just do some shout outs. Hopefully you guys will forgive me for the technical faults. Not my fault. Get it? I see mainly Bettas, thank you so much. Sean OOTD, Dragon Lair. And we have Paul Soltero. Thank you, Paul. Mriddle Singh. Of course, Mriddle's here. Have to have Mriddle. Cannot be a successful show without my homie. Okay, who else do we have? Oh, look at that. We have Filigree Aquatics. Thank you so much, Filigree, for coming by. I won't spend too much time scanning down, but I do want to give some shout outs to the people who were here early. I'm not sure that it's the full-fledged deal this time, but we're going to do our best. Geek Boy, hello back at you. Thanks for coming by. Let's see if I can... Oh, of course we have Jeffrey Watts. We can never forget Mr. Jeffrey Watts. Thank you, Jeffrey, for coming by. And I might be wrapping it up. I think, yeah, close to 10 this time. We'll call it 10. That's close enough to 10. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get started with the show. Thank you so much for coming by. Like I said, I've had a heck of a week. You might be able to tell from the title of the live stream, A Week in the Life. It's something new that I started. I decided instead of trying to be so structured and I don't know, I do want production value in my live streams, but I wanted to do a little bit more, and kind of, I thought a good place to start would be to sort of, at least in the capacity that I can with what little spare time I have during the work week, I thought it would be interesting to show you guys kind of, well, in a kind of guerrilla style, what it's like to open up a fish store. There's no particular order. I try to do it chronologically. We jump around a little bit, but anyway, I thought it might be interesting to give you some content, some recorded content that I'm playing during the live stream that I recorded during the week, right? Monday through Thursday. And not exactly like in a Vine style, because Vines are super short, 1 second, 3 second, that's way too short. But we're gonna give it a try and see if it's gonna work for us. So, this is the first time I've ever tried this, so why not have a look into what it's like to be me for the last week. Enjoy, guys. We'll be back. So it's 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. I'm up here at the shop. Welcome to something new I'm trying, A Week in the Life. Got a lot of work to do today. Got orders to pack, shop build to get started on. So thought I'd bring you guys along for the experience. Let's get started. Well, let's take a little look at our shipping process. We use 200-pound test corrugated boxes. Two sides of every box has the live animal warning in neon green. Definitely catches the eye of delivery people and carriers. When we look at the inside, we use 1-inch thick, 1-pound density styrofoam. 4 panels and one in the bottom. We go the extra step that I'm not sure anyone else does, especially during these cold winter months, and we also use these. These are Templock thermal barrier liners. So And of course, at the end, we close the whole thing up with this. So the way that it works is the outer layer is cardboard. Then you have this very dense, very secure polystyrene, or if you prefer styrofoam, on the bottom and all four walls. Then we have this temp lock. I've also seen it been called Thermolock. We also use this, and we only use 96-hour heat packs. So one inevitable part of owning a tropical fish shop, or any other kind of aquarium shop for that matter, we're seeing right here. Notice that this is wet and there's some droplets here. So we follow it up and we see there's some water on the rim here that shouldn't be there. And water on this. That's not good. And look, we have the offender. See water buildup right here along this. See the water kind of pool out when I squish it? This is a defective 20 long aquarium that I now have to deal with sometime in the next day. Isn't that wonderful? And now we can put this back on. I put it on a little bit early, jumped the gun a little. Get this torsion clamp down over the output spigot. And this one should be just about ready to rock. And there we go. Distributed air system is really that easy. This is the silencer on the very end and the diffuser. This is the air manifold. That's what I just put on. Goes down to my linear piston air pump, which is all hooked up and ready to go. And there it is, she's running. Pretty quiet. You can feel plenty of air coming out of here. It's early Monday morning and we're in here loading orders into the truck. These will be going out here in the next 15 minutes, like clockwork. Right now I'm up in Oak Harbor, Washington, just leaving Petco on an emergency run to pick up an additional 20-gallon long aquarium to replace that the leaker in the shop. Definitely don't want that to get out of control. All right, next on the agenda today, lots and lots of nice black sandblasting grit. This is Black Diamond. I tend to give it a little bit of a rinse before I throw it in. A lot of people say you don't have to, but I do. So this is what we're going to be placing in half of these aquariums, as you see this one here. it's Tuesday. Let's get started.
As you can see here, it's definitely time to make some water today. Well, we just got a shipment of some filtration that I badly needed, and I'm really excited to see that, but I'm even more excited to get this shipment directly from Finex. Tons of awesome lighting, guys. And then there were two. All right, here we've got some no-slip material that I buy at the hardware store. This is the stuff that they intend to line drawers and cabinets with. I cut it into these strips and I glue them down here. Basically, this helps to even out any kind of bumps or any problems in the surface of the wood by putting this down so that your aquariums sit flat. I usually put another bead back the other way. Then we just get one of these. It's perfectly cut, nice and straight. Then we line it up perfectly. Make sure that it's all covered in glue. Just like that.
Welcome back, guys. That was a major taste of what I've been up to this last week. As you can tell, it's a lot of work went into the shop this last week. Not that you can tell it, but we feel good about our progress. So anyway, leaking tanks, light shipments being temporarily lost and then halfway found and then all the way found, then potentially misdelivered, almost misdelivered. It's been pretty nuts, but we have progress that we're proud of. Let me I'm gonna jump over into chat and see if I have any questions. Please, guys, remember, if you have any specific questions, at Redfish Bluefish in chat. It really helps me out. It helps it stand out, and I miss a lot of stuff. So I'm going to go to the top and see what I have. I have an ad here from IHSP's Tank Tribe. Hello back at you, IHSP. I see you changed your name. That's nice. I like that. Okay, we have a question here from Riddle Singh. Have you thought of doing a time lapse of the building of the shop? Yes, I had thought of that, but it would really require a whole lot of logistics and just elbow grease on the production work that I really couldn't keep up with. Not with the build and everything that's going on. It's a good idea though. I like those time lapse builds. That's good stuff. If this was like a turnkey build where I was like hiring, I don't know, like a consultant company to come in here and like just install all the tanks and do this and that and the other thing, it would have been easily doable. But as a one man show, boy, that's a big ask. So we did have a question here from Mainly Bettas. I want to read it out because it's a great question. I did answer it in chat already. Mainly Bettas asked, which grade of black diamond did you use? My local Tractor Supply sells the same brand in fine and medium. I use the medium, and if you use the fine, there's an excellent. In fact, it's for sure going to happen. It'll float. Actually, a lot of it will float on top of the water, and also the fine really possesses a lot of grit, like a lot of dust in it inherently, and it's going to get suspended in the water column. So, yeah, I went with the medium, and it's great stuff. It's great. I highly suggest you guys check out the medium, or even the coarse medium. The Black Diamond Sandblasting Grit is a really good product, and it's very affordable, very, very affordable. Paul Sotero here with a great question. Asks, how do you like the Aquatop canister? I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's kind of like meh. It's just I don't know. It's just a sun, really. It's just it just reminds me so much of a sun, and it's the fact that it has a fairly weak internal UV lamp is great. I mean, UV lamps are good. I love them. But the design, I mean, you can't deny the fact that it looks a whole lot like a sun, for a pretty good reason. I'm pretty sure that it's made out of the same factory, and they work. They definitely filter. They'll definitely eat ammonia out of the water, suck up fish waste and all that good stuff. No problem. I don't like the intake pipe at all, and the return pipe system that they come with. They're really weird. They're really clunky and they look goofy. Not a big fan of them. Hey, we have Jeeps and things in here. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? So guys, yeah, I have had a pretty heck of a week. I'm pretty wiped out, but made a lot of progress. We got the racks. You could see we put down the strips on the racks to even things out. It helps to keep racks. It helps to keep aquariums leveled out when you set them on racks. Sometimes when you build them, like the back rail and the front rail, or the side rail, the left side and the right side rail could be off, a little bit skewed, or you could even have a little bit of like ripples or dents or something like that in the wood. Definitely not good to put a big heavy aquarium on edges like that are uneven. You're definitely risking breaking that aquarium. So I got those put down. Works really well. It's basically that non-slip kind of squishy contact. Well, they call it contact. It's not contact paper. It just says contact on it. And they make it so you can put it down like in your pantries or in your drawers or whatever. It's supposed to keep things from sliding. It's also supposedly it's supposed to help you to keep you from breaking dishes when you set them down too hard in your shelves. I mean, I've never needed help with that. Just don't slam your dishes down. But we got that knocked out. I wanted to get the lights in here put up. I was really shooting to get the custom lighting put up, and I was trying to bring in some help to get some things moved around so I can get to places I need to get to drill, and could not get any help. So looks like we have a comment here from Mike M. Mike M says, just put some Ginga rubra guppies in a quarantine tank. Check if you can get those from Europe. Bet they will be easy to sell. Mine came from Czechia. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. Ginga rubra guppies. We're going to definitely have to bookmark that. Give those a look. It's definitely an exotic name there, Mike M. And you know what? I'm happy to have you here, Mike M. I know that it's very, very late for you where you are in Europe right now. But thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know. It might be so late it's not even late anymore. It might be early for you. Oh, yeah, I see these. Yeah. Ginga rubras. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, definitely a lot of Endler. Mostly Endler in that fish, no question. with that coloration and the dorsal fin shape and development. Yeah, tons and tons. Those are nice fish. Yeah, I just gave that a look. Guys, if you want to have a look at a pretty amazing fish, I will post the name in chat here. That is quite a stunning animal there. Here we go. Yeah, give that a look. Really, really nice. Let me scroll up to see if I missed anything. I think I'm good. Oh dear. Okay. See if we've missed anything here. Sorry guys, I'm kind of wiped out. I'm lagging this time. Looks like we have 62 people and 39 thumbs up from what I can see. Let me see if that's correct. Yeah, looks like it. Guys, please don't forget to mash those thumbs ups, please. It really helps me out. EJ Fishes 76 here with a comment. Thanks for sharing. Definitely a lot of work. Hopefully you get some time this weekend to recharge. Also, what's the name of the song that plays at the end of the live stream? Actually, I'm not sure. That is a royalty-free song that I dug up somewhere. It's from some kind of an electronic artist. Gosh, let me see if I can dig that up. I'll see if I can dig that up for you, EJ Fishes 76. Certainly, there's a name to it. It eludes me at the moment, but it was a royalty-free, kind of thing. Yeah, really, really good stuff. It reminds me of, I mentioned it before, a really cool electronic meets acoustic band out of the San Francisco Bay Area named Tycho, Tycho. Really, 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 really amazing group of musicians that come together. Very experimental, very, very good stuff. I just posted the name in chat in case you're interested. So guys, I got actually some fish in today. A very small order, nothing, to go into right now. Actually, everyone is more or less pretty stressed out. The lights are cut off right now because it's pretty late. They've been on all day, and everyone's settling in and kind of doing their thing. I'll give you a shot of one fish that I got in because the light's still on. Danican Aquatics here with a comment. You need me to come up Tuesday or Wednesday next week to help? I'm off both days. Man, I just may take you up on that, buddy. I very well could take you up on that. And we will buy you many pizzas. Paul Soltero there with a comment. What's on the list that looks interesting? Oh, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Can't really go into it. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what? Let me switch over to the walkabout cam, and I'm not going to speak while I'm over there. I just want to give you guys maybe a minute of checking out these cool fish that I just got in, and I won't speak, so I'm going to leave this microphone activated. Hey, there we are. Let's grab the old camera and take a walkabout. So we got some really, really nice juvenile angels in today. I'm really, really happy with those guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Really nice color on those angels indeed. Yes, sir. Paul Soltero calls it. Yeah. Yeah, really, really nice. Pearl gold angels. Yeah, there are pearl gold angels, and I've heard them called what else? Redhead. Oh, what are they? There's so many different names. Back in the day, they were just golds, you know, and then there were pearl golds. I think the pearl variant, the pearl scale came in. Redhead pearl gold or whatever. All kinds of names, you know. All the same fish. Dragon Lair with a comment. Fly me up, Jason. I'm a handyman. Nice. Okay. All right. It's a long way to fly for a little bit of handyman work there, buddy. You know what, guys? Give me just one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I am pretty pleased with those new angels I just brought in. They're really, really nice. Really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Hey, King and Queen Cichlids, what's going on there? Just noticed you stopping in. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Maybe it's not just coincidence that the moment you're on a live stream and you show some cichlids, King and Queen cichlids show up. It's kind of like that. What was that movie? You remember that movie in the '90s, Candyman? You look in the mirror 3 times and you say something silly, and then you get a bad movie. It's like a 1.5-star movie at best. No, all you have to do is show a cichlid on TV or on YouTube on TV. Might as well be TV for us. Show a cichlid on YouTube and pow, King and Queen cichlids graces you with their presence. Okay, let's see what else has been going on. Well, gosh, I got to be honest with you guys. I have spent so much time really, but you know what? I'll admit something. I think that the Week in the Life project, where basically what I really want to shoot for is every live stream I'd like to have at least 10 or 15 minutes of decent footage, you know, recorded of progress made on the shop, progress made on the import operation, progress made in shipping, improving shipping, whatever it is, whatever project we're working on, aquascapes, bringing in new stuff, trying new plants, whatever it is. I'd like to do like 10 or 15 minutes, tops 15 minutes, of recorded, semi-edited, polished up, you know, halfway decent footage to air during every live stream. And we'll just, I think that's a great way to kind of chronicle what's going on here, and also, you know, do it during a live stream. You know, there's no changing those things. Live streams are permanent. Yes, Dragon Lair with a comment here. I hear you make a good pho. That would make it worth it. Yeah, actually, you know what? I cracked the art of certain Vietnamese beef noodle soup recipes. Not all of them. They get pretty intense, some of them. Yes, I definitely enjoy my time in the kitchen. I definitely enjoy cooking and, you know, that sort of thing. Kitchens just kind of bring people together. It's good times. So let me see what I have missed so far. Looks like we have 62 in here. Guys, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And we have 48 thumbs ups. Killer. Thank you, guys. Oh, you know what I need to do? I have had some very recent subs, and I wanted to do some shout outs to them with the old clicky click. The Fish Box. Thank you so much, The Fish Box. I really appreciate you subscribing. We have a lot of fun here every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's a little late for the people on the East Coast. Mike's Aquatics and Things. Thank you so much for subscribing just the other day. And next we have Alex Guerra. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it. And last but not least, we can all identify with this, our spirit animal, Fish Nerd. Thank you so much, Fish Nerd. Thank you for joining the party. We have a lot of fun here. Okay, guys, so what we are going to do is, you know what? Let's go look at some more fish. Most of the lights are off, but I haven't shown too much of these guys. They haven't gotten too much love. I think they're a little bit too niche for some people. They're not the they're not the most affordable fish in the world, but I do want to spread some awareness of one of the most rare, one of the most sought after tetras from South America. And I'm going to leave this microphone on because the microphone on my walkabout cam is so hissy and crappy. It's just terrible. It just, like usually like a day or maybe 2 or 3 later, I'll kind of listen to my live streams, and man, when we switch over to this walkabout cam, it is garbaggio. So anyway, let's go look at some red laser tetras. Now these are fish from the Hemigrammus genus. Now if that rings a bell, if you're like, wow, Hemigrammus, I've heard that before. Yes, rummy-nosed tetras are from that genus. And when you look at this fish I'm about to show you, you'll notice that the shape of its nose and its head, its swimming behavior, the kind of a scissor-like appearance to its back fins, the similarities cannot be mistaken at all. So let's go look at some red laser tetras. These fish are called in Latin Hemigrammus caeruleus. I just love watching those little guys eat. You know, I just love it how they pop the top of the water so readily. You know, all they need is just a little bit of food up there, and they just swarm up there. But hopefully, you can see what I mean by the shape of their nose, the shape of their head, the way they swim, the way they school. They school. They're probably one of the best school. Well, I mean, not one of the like right up there with like rummy-nosed tetras and a few others. Again, rummy-nosed tetras, the Hemigrammus genus. Those fish are really like major schoolers. Like they do nothing but school. So let me, yes, Mika M there with a comment. Those tetras get like fire blood red when they're spawning. Yeah. Yeah, they get like their whole body turns super red, and that red laser stripe down the middle turns almost like pink, and it stands out against the red. It's really bizarre looking fish. Definitely. Hey, Ginger Graves. Welcome, Ginger Graves. Gore Sim asking, let's see those redback angels. They're sleeping, buddy. Yeah, they're nappy time. They're all nappy time right now. You know what, guys? Let me see if I can successfully do something on my walkabout cam, which is actually my phone, and automatically see if I can turn on the 20 long lights. Hey, look at that. Automatically turned on behind me. Now, if I can recover the walkabout cam, we win. Let's see, where is it? Let's see if it'll reconnect. I doubt it. When I say walkabout cam, it's this EpoCam software running on my phone that's connected to a little tripod. It works, usually. Sometimes it doesn't. And it looks like this time it is not going to come back. Which is a bummer, because I wanted to walk over there and show you guys a couple of more fish that I got in today. But looks like that may not be happening for us. I'll see if I can fix it while we chit-chat. It would be cool to show you guys that. Aquaballs. Oh dear, Aquaballs, are you cooking again, buddy? I see Aquaballs here with a comment. Lentil soup with onions. Ooh, nice. My wife actually is a really big fan of lentils. They can be great and they can be not great. I can take them. Let me see if I can get this software working halfway decently. I'd love to show you some really cool catfish I got, some little cories, some really cool, very little cories. Now, I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few of you that didn't know that there's this variety of Corydoras available. See if I can unbugger this phone. Oh dear, here we go. Like clockwork, every time, technical snafus. Ooh, oh dear. Okay, guys, let's see if I can revive this. We'll give it our best try, and if not, we'll just hang out for the next 15 minutes. Ooh, dear. People talking about Wendy's burgers with jalapeno and habanero sauce. Nah, that's dangerous stuff. Yeah, exactly. Where is the tech support when you need them? Well, right here. But unfortunately, it's just, yeah, this software is just bumming me out, man. It's just bumming me out. Well, we'll be back here next Friday. Actually, I'll have a lot more stuff to show you next Friday, in addition to those really cool little, adorable little Corydoras catfish. Okay, guys, let me jump right back in and see what I missed. Probably tons. Yeah, Paul, absolutely. They school. Yeah, those red laser tetras school every bit as good as well as rummy nose do. I think they school a little bit tighter, I think, than rummy nose. I'm not sure why. They just, when they're under a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stress, anything like that, they just stick really close together. In fact, these red laser tetras, they say that hang in the back filter that's in that aquarium. You can probably see it there, whichever side it's on. the little intake pipe that comes down, like right behind that pipe, you'll get like 6 or 7, maybe 8 of those red laser tetras, like hiding perfectly behind that pipe, facing forward at the pipe, and like they'll peek around the pipe every now and again to make sure that you're gone before they'll come out. They're quite sneaky little fish, man. I really like their behavior. Oh, well, thank you so much, GRB Aquatics. I really appreciate that. The new tank setup looks amazing. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's something else I can show you guys if I can get this this camera working. It seems to be a problem with persistence on this phone. For some reason, on the newer iPhones, certain services, like when you shut a phone down and you reboot the phone, services don't. I mean, they stop, but when the phone comes back up, the services all reinitialize and jump right back to the state that they were in, even if they were locked. That's a major problem on iPhone, especially. They need to fix that problem in the architecture. I get it why they did it. They wanted to make sure that they boot really fast, but, well, what if they're crashed? So let's see if we can fix this. Otherwise, this will be a very chatty live stream. Hey, look at that. I already got a thumbs down. Well, thanks, thumbs downer. You are awesome, Mr. Negatrono. Oh, dear. Oh, Dragon Lair with a comment here. They are on the Brazil blacklist right now, so not important, not imported. Oh dear, Dragon Lair, what are you talking about? See if we can figure out what see if we can figure out what is going on right now. Oh, the CW 111s. Oh gosh. Yes, it's 100,000 CW11s that I brought in. 100,000 of them. And I've got them all at 50 cents each. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Danikin Aquatics, Mr. Downer still help you. Yeah, Mr. Downer, Mr. Down Thumbser. Let's see if I can get this stupid phone working. And maybe I can give you a little bit of a walk around. Oh, that's okay, guys. Danikin and Riddle and all you awesome guys. Yeah, I'm just joking about the thumbs downs. I mean, if you get a thumbs down, you get a thumbs down, whatever. It doesn't really affect anything as I've read about it, and I thought about, well, what's the whole point of the thumbs down versus the thumbs up? And it doesn't really seem like it changes anything at all. I mean, engagement is engagement, right? And thumbs downs don't really seem to negatively impact anything. Okay, if it doesn't come back to life this time, we're giving up. See if we can do it. Tim Carter with a question here. Can Corridora be kept in harder water or pH 7.8? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of cories that will, tolerate all kinds of water conditions. Fish are, I don't want to say all fish, but many fish are capable of tolerating a lot more. I don't want to say extreme, but a lot of water conditions that a lot of other people will say, no, you can't do that. Oh my God, you have apistogrammas? They have to be at a pH of 6.6. TDS can't be higher than 80, and blah, 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 and all of this just made up crap, this bunk. It's not true. Now, some fish, in fact, a lot of fish, if you want to breed them, okay, yes. Rules change, things get a lot more complex. Some fish are, guppies and live bears, and it goes without being said. A lot of fish are pretty easy to breed. A whole lot of fish are also really sensitive when you get to breeding them, that sort of thing. So it really depends. Yeah, if you're keeping Corydoras, yeah, you can keep them in all kinds of water conditions. In fact, I really struggle to think of too many Corys that just don't really tolerate, shifting within reason, slowly from, let's say, 6.6 of a TDS of, I don't know, 80, all the way up to 7.8 with a TDS of 250, 300, no problem. You got to remember that one thing, if you've traveled a lot in the world, or even in the U.S., and I have both, you visit a lot of different fish stores. You visit one in Arizona and Texas and Utah and Washington State, California, New York. Most of these fish stores are just using dechlorinated tap water, most of them. Now, if you go in there and they're a serious kind of saltwater outfit, then okay. Yeah, they're probably doing a lot of RO and a lot of mixing and that sort of thing. But for the most part, most freshwater tropical shops are not running RO. They're not building their own water. I am, and a lot in this area do, but most are not. So with that said, if you go into fish stores all over the country, you'll see them selling killifish, Corys, plecos, African cichlids, the rare crib. Almost never apistogrammas. They're just super rare. A lot of fish stores don't have / carry them. So if you look at how many fish stores all over the U.S. are selling all the different varieties of fish from Africa, from South America, from Asia, 90% of those fish stores are just dechlorinating their tap water, just treating their tap water. They may be mechanically or chemically stripping the chloramine with a filter out of their water. Maybe they're not using, some of them are not using dechlorinator, but most are. I guarantee you that. So you gotta look at the ionic profile of water in the United States. Tends to be harder, right? We tend to have not super crazy hard water, but we tend to have harder water in the United States. Most communities you visit, you go and you run a pH test of their water. It's going to come back 7.6, 7.8, somewhere in there. And we're talking that's 70% of America easily. It's just the water we have. See if I can fix something here. There we go. Had a little something held for review in chat. That was weird. Shouldn't have been held. If you look at water, most tap water that comes in, municipal water, county water, whatever you want to call it, well water for that matter, you're going to average out in the U.S. somewhere around 7.8, maybe 7.6, TDS around 200, maybe 250. Of course it shifts all where you go. Seattle, we have really the Seattle area, we have very soft water. Basically neutral water, not quite rainwater. It's a little bit harder than rainwater, but very soft. But that's not the norm in the United States. For the most part, we tend to have harder water. So if you go all over the United States, you'll see them selling fish from all over different kinds of countries and regions. And, it just goes to show you that fish stores are showing you with their variety. If you visit enough fish stores, they're showing you that fish are far more tolerant of water conditions, especially pH, than we tend to give them credit for. The key is knowing what they need. Well, the key is if you need to move them, do it slowly, do it respectfully to the animal. And second of all, if you want to breed them, okay, now you probably need to start, paying attention to TDS and pH a little bit more than just keeping them alive. Yeah, Paul Soltero with a comment here. Discus, Hans Seller, German discus, grown in relatively hard water. Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Probably not bred in that water, though. Fish tend to be a lot more particular when it comes to getting busy, in water. They like their conditions. And typically those conditions mirror their native waters, where they come from. Which is why you get discus, old school discus breeders. You got to remember, these guys used to fill up. I mean, a lot of them still do. Fill up plastic trash cans full of water, tap water, and dump a catful or two or maybe three, whatever they figured out. Just dump 2 or 3 catfuls of muriatic acid in the water and let it chill for like 3 days. Let it react with all the carbonate and the hardness. You'll bring the pH of that water straight down. If you suggested that in any modern fish store, people's head would spin off their shoulders. They would freak out. Like, what? Muriatic acid in water? Oh my God! They would totally lose it. So there are just so many techniques and so many tips and tricks to keeping so many different fish successfully. I just think that going by numbers and what people tell you, that number should be that and that number should be that, often can really lead us astray and actually hurt our fish keeping and hurt our hobby. I'm not saying, let's get some fish and throw them in some water pH 10.0 or something. That's salt water. No, nothing like that. But just kind of pay attention to what you've learned as you keep fish over the year, because all of us have gotten into here's a good example. All of us have gotten into a pinch. And we have a fish. And we're like, man, that fish, they need soft water. They need this water and that water. I'm in a pinch. I got to get water out of that tank. I got nothing but tap water, or I need to get them out of that tank and put them in another tank which should be suboptimal water. And we've all done that. We've all had to do that. And I'm sure that you'll agree with me. You'll think back in your memory. Often when we do those things, we have success when we shouldn't. That's because a lot of the things that we've been told by fellow fish keepers and people who really don't know very well what they're doing, sometimes a lot of the things that we're told it's just ain't true. It's just not. Hey, look at that. A second thumbs down. Sweet. Well, clearly, that person bet against GameStop. So we're going to get in here and look at some of our other stats. Looking good, yeah. Comment here from S. Acid doesn't bring down the TDS too. No. I mean, it will react with general hardness and to a degree, well, not really to a degree, carbonate, because technically carbonate is just the alternate form of carbonic acid. That's something I want to get into, and maybe a future chemistry kind of centric live stream. But no, so like something like acids, muriatic acid, hydrochloric, or any acid for that matter, and tap water really isn't going to mess with the TDS, but it is going to rock the pH down. Muriatic acid is what the old school guys would use, the discus breeders. Guys bringing in hundreds and hundreds of discus and putting them in potentially hundreds of tanks and tubs. You would be hard pressed to generate enough RO water for 100, 150 discus tanks. Remember, discus, they have special requirements. They're very sensitive to things like hexamida. They love their warmth. They love to poop. They're really bad at coming in with parasites and all that stuff. So if you're a big house and you're bringing in 100, 150 tanks full of discus, you're going to be very hard pressed to create that much RO water. So what the old schoolers used to do is treat tap water with muriatic acid, and you have to let it sit for at least 3-4 days to let all the reactions die down and let the water kind of rock down where it's going to be. And it was pretty easy to bring down a relatively large amount of water in 3 days, without any kind of RO. You could knock it down, you could take it down from 7.5 to 6.8 with not too much acid. But again, times change. RO is the in thing now, and I use RO. I love it. So, well, guys, we are at 8:58, and I've done a lot of rambling, a lot of monkeying with my phone. I'm sorry for the technical problems this time, and I guess I deserve those 2 thumbs downs. You know what? You 2 people who hit those thumbs downs, I deserve it, and I think you should hit those thumbs downs one more time each. Go on ahead. You've earned it. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed those new angels and the week in the life sort of thing that I have going on. I'm going to keep it going on. I'm going to keep it up. I'd like to keep the little clips and things going, and maybe kind of use it to break up the live stream, bring a little bit of variety, a little bit of color, that sort of thing. Guys, if you enjoyed yourselves here, I would appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my channel, and if you do, thank you very much. Please remember to click that little bell icon and turn on the notifications so you know when we're going live and we're doing giveaways and contests and all that sort of good stuff. Thank you so much for coming by. My name is Jason, and I wish you all peace, love, and happy fish keeping. We'll see you next Friday.